Hi, my friends. Okay, so same day, Tuesday. We're reading chapter 29, and I just saw here on the news that, of course, the news um, briefing, about why did Trump share information with the Russians? Dude, are you serious? We've been sharing information with them for years. Get over yourselves. I mean, really, good grief. What? What is wrong with people today? I don't know. I just don't. Oh, please, Lord, come back soon. Please send your son. Come back soon. Take us home. Oh, boy. Okay. In the meantime, we have to live here on earth. Okay. Anything going on that I'm forgetting to tell you about? Can't think of anything. All right, so let's get going then with Job 29 and find out what happens to him. So, he definitely understands about God's wisdom. And, fear of the Lord is wisdom. To depart from evil is understanding. So that's a good start. So Job bemoans himself when he remembers his former prosperity and honor. Of course, if you had... Anyway, I'll just read it. Moreover, Job continued his parable and said, "Oh, that I were as in the months past, as in the days when God preserved me, when his candle shined upon my head, and when his light I walked through darkness. And I was in the days of my youth, when the secret of God was upon my tabernacle, when the Almighty was yet with me, when my children were about me. When I washed my steps with butter, and the rock poured me out rivers of oil. When I went out to the gate through the city, when I prepared my seat in the street. The young men saw me and hid themselves, and the aged rose and stood up. The princesses refrained talking and laid their hand on their mouth. The nobles held their peace, and their tongue cleaved to the roof of their mouth. When the ear heard me, then it blessed me. And when the eye saw me, it gave witness to me. Because I delivered the poor that cried, and the fatherless, and him that had none to help him. The blessing of him that was ready to perish came upon me, and I caused the widow's heart to sing for joy. I put on righteousness, and it clothed me. My judgment was as a robe and a diadem. I was eyes to the blind, and feet was I to the lame. I was father to the poor, and cause which I knew not I searched out. And I break the jaws of the wicked, pluck the spoil out of his teeth. Then I said, I shall die in my nest, and I shall multiply my days as the sand. My root was spread out by the waters, and the dew lay all night upon my branch. My glory was fresh in me. My bow was renewed in my hand. Unto me men gave ear and waited, kept silence in my counsel. After my words they spake not again, and my speech dropped upon them. And they waited for me as the rain. They opened their mouth wide as for the latter rain. If I laughed on them, they believed it not, and the light of my countenance they cast not down. I chose out of their way, and sat chief, and dwelt as king in the army, as one that comforted the mourners. Chapter 30. Job's honor turned into extreme contempt, his prosperity into calamity. But now they that are younger than I have me in diversion, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profited me, in whom's old age was perished. For want and famine they were solidarity. fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste. Who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat? They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in rocks. Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. And now I am their song, yea, I am their byword. They abhor me, they flee far from me, and spare not to spit in my face. Because he hath loosened my cord, afflicted me, they have also let loose the bridle before me. Upon my right hand rise the youth, they push away my feet, they rise up against me the ways of their destruction. They mar my path, they set forth my calamity, they have no helper. They come upon me as a wide breaking in of waters. In desolation they roll themselves upon me. Terrors are turned upon me, they pursue my soul as the wind, and my welfare passeth away as a cloud. And now my soul is poured out upon me. The days of affliction have taken hold upon me. My bones are pierced in me in the night season, and my sinews take no rest. By the great force of my disease is my garment changed. It bindeth me about as the collar of my coat. He hath cast me into the mire, and I am become like dust and ashes. I cry unto thee, and thou dost not hear me. I stand up, and thou regardest me not. Thou art become cruel to me. In thy strong hand thou opposest thyself against me. Thou fittest me up to the wind. Thou causest me to ride upon it, and dissolvest my substance. For I know that thou wilt bring me to death, to the house appointed for all living. Howbeit will he not stretch out his hand to the grave, though they cry in his destruction? Did I not weep for him that was in trouble? Was not my soul grieved for the poor? When I looked for good, then evil came upon me, and when I waited for light, there came darkness. My bowels boiled and rested not. The days of affliction prevented me. I went mourning without the sun. I stood up and I cried in the congregation. I am a brother to dragons and a companion to owls. My skin is black upon me. My bones are burned with heat. My harp also is turned into mourning, and my organ into the voice of them that weep. Chapter 31. Job's solemn protestation of his integrity. I have made a covenant with mine eyes. Why then should I think upon a maid? For what portion of God is there from above, and what inheritance of the Almighty from on high? Is not my destruction to the wicked, and a strange punishment to the workers of iniquity? Doth not he see my ways and count all my steps? If I have walked with vanity, or if my foot hath hastened to deceit, let me be weighed in an even balance, and God may know my integrity. If my step hath turned out of the way, and my heart walketh after mine eyes, and if any blot hath cleaved to mine hands, then let me sow, and let another eat, yea, let my offspring be rooted out. If mine heart has been deceived by a woman, or if I have laid wait in my neighbor's door, then let my wife grind unto another, and let others bow down upon her. For this is a heinous crime, yea, it is an iniquity to be punished by the judges. For it is a fire that consumeth to destruction, and would root out all mine increase. If I did despise the cause of my manservant, or of my maidservant, then they contended with me. What then shall I do when God riseth up? And when he visited, what shall I answer him? Did not he that made me in the womb make him? And did not one fashion us in the womb? If I have withheld poor from their desire. See, we've been fashioned in the womb, just as we are. Okay. Sorry. If I had withheld the poor from their desire, or have caused the eyes of the widow to fail, or have eaten my morsel myself alone, and the fatherless have not eaten thereof. For from my youth he was brought up with me, and with a father have I guided her from my mother's womb. If I have seen any perish for want of clothing, or any poor without covering, if his loins have not blessed me, and if they were not warmed with the feasts of my sheep, have I lifted up my hand against the fatherless when I saw my help in the gate? Then let mine arm fall from my shoulder blade, and mine arm be broken from the bone. For destruction from God was a terror to me, and by reason of his highness I could not endure. If I had made gold my hope, or have said to the fine gold, Thou art my confidence, if I rejoiced because my wealth was great, and because mine hand had gotten much, if I beheld the sun when it shined, or the moon walking in the brightness, and my heart hath been secretly enticed, or my mouth hath kissed my hand, this also were an iniquity to be punished by the judge, for I should have denied the God that is above. If I rejoice at the destruction of him that hateth me, or lifted up myself when evil found him, neither have I suffered my mouth to sin by wishing a curse to his soul. If the men of my tabernacle had said not, Oh, that we had had his flesh, we cannot be satisfied. The stranger did not lodge in the street, but I opened my doors to the traveler. If I covered my transgression as Adam, by hiding mine iniquity in my bosom, did I fear a great multitude, or did the contempt of families terrify me, that I kept silence and went not out of the door? Oh, that one would hear me! Behold, my desire is that the Almighty would answer me, and that mine adversary had written a book. Surely I would take it upon my shoulder and bind it as a crown to me. I would declare unto him the number of my steps. As a prince would I go near unto him. If my land cried against me, or the furrows likewise thereof complain, if I have eaten the fruits thereof without money, or have caused the owners thereof to lose their life, so let thistles grow instead of wheat, and cockle instead of barley. The words of Job are ended. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Chapter 32. Sorry for the noise in the background. Gardeners. This place is very lush. And so, anyway, hence the gardeners. Okay, have a blessed day. Great week. Hopefully we'll have some more music coming up. Not sure what yet, but something will come. So leave me a thumbs up, like, share, leave me a comment. Love to know who you are. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.